Well, as we get more into winter and we head into the new year, we want to do it on the right foot. And especially as winter began last week, there are many pests out there that are found in greater abundance during the coldest season. Truly Nolen's Anthony Molina is here to explain which pests are predominantly found during the winter, and he'll also mention some key reminders for things that you can do around your house to help start 2021 properly. Anthony, thanks so much for joining us again.
It's nice talking with you again, Alex.
So, as winter causes a drop in temperature throughout our area, which pests are going to become a major nuisance this time of year?
It's funny. I think this is the Chinese zodiac. It's the year of the rat, and I think we're experiencing that on the pest control side of things as well. It's been the running theme for the entire year. So I expect a lot more rodent issues as the temperatures get colder and they try to find a warm place to stay. It's typically inside the house, so we're expecting a big increase in rodent activity as the temperatures get a little bit colder.
Yeah, not only rodents, but there's a surprising pest issue you deal with in Tucson, in the winter that you would not have expected to find here, right?
Yeah, it's interesting. We typically don't see bees during this time of year, but it's a strange experience. I've dealt with a couple of experiences where we've removed 250 pounds of honey from a wall in a house during the winter, and it's just not common for us. But with the lack of moisture that we've dealt with this year, we're expecting to also see an increase in the bee activity. Similar to the holiday times and Thanksgiving, it's the time where everybody gets together and we see a little bit more sweets and sugars out on the table or outside, and it attracts those bugs that need it to survive.
Yeah, it is wild. I've actually caught about 3 or 4 bees in my place since the winter started, so it is very confusing. What would you say, if it's simple problems, like say a bee enters your home and you catch it, what are some do-it-yourself tips a homeowner can do during the winter to keep these pests at bay?
Well, as the temperatures get a little bit cooler and, especially in Tucson, we've experienced some hot weather this year, so keeping the doors open and cracking the door to get some draft through the house is pretty common out here. I would say instead of cracking the door, maybe crack a window that has a screen that would prevent any type of pest entry in. And then also keeping some things around the house. In most cases, we're getting into freezes. So if you have a little drip on your faucet or your hose, make sure you have something to retain that moisture, a bucket, or run the faucet on the inside of the house instead of on the outside to prevent attracting any kind of insects or unwanted visitors.
Well, and like most New Year's resolutions, one of them should be proactive and preventative pest control, right? Why do you think that would be a good thing to do as we roll into 2021?
Well, it's the time to start everything new, and in proactive and preventative pest control, both of them are signs of good housekeeping. So it's a good way to start off the foot, make sure your house is well taken care of. It's where most of us spent most of our time in 2020. So give a little bit back to your house and make sure it's taken care of going into the new year.
And of course, at some point, we're talking about do it yourself, but you really should call a professional at some point, right? What do you think that line is?
Well, do it yourself falls under the, every time we deal with a do it yourself, it's I thought I could get it under control. And when you want to get a professional involved is when it's past your threshold. I think everybody's threshold is a little bit different, but everybody knows when it's too much. And at that point is when you should definitely get us involved. We'll make sure that not only is the house protected, the family's protected, but we use the right products and we used it safely.
And, not only are employees happy working for the company, but of course the customers have left rave reviews. It's such peace of mind when you feel like you can't get something under control. It just kind of eats away at you until you get the right solution. So you guys are doing a great job. Anthony Molina, as always, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate your time.
You too. And for more information on anything we just discussed, visit trulynolen.com, or you can call 800-GO-TRULY. And be sure to visit kagon9.com/homepros to find more information about Truly Nolen and other trusted vendors that are the very best in residential and commercial home services.